What up with Rob and Chris? And we have an amazing guest today. Would you like to introduce?
Oh, God, yes. If you don't know Gary Jones, you should. Have you ever heard of the winning shot? This is the gentleman, Max Preps Explorer Extraordinaire. Gary, how are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. Good afternoon.
Yeah, so Gary just finished the photo shoot with the dance team, I believe.
Whitney Dance Team.
Whitney Dance Team. So
Nice.
he's with multiple schools in the area. You'll usually see him on the sidelines. He's doing photo sets with the teams, action live photos. So I'm going to go all the way in the back. I started announcing here at Whitney High School football, went into basketball stuff. Gary's always around. And one thing I always make sure is that I honor the fact that Gary was out there, right? We built a friendship because I was like, you know, make sure you check out the winning shot, you know, Gary Jones, get holler out for Gary. Gary would always turn around and wave to me when I'd say it. And a lot of teams, he's got earphones in his ear.
Oh, yeah.
So he can't hear you. So I was always, if he didn't hear me, I'd always make sure I'd try and catch him again. So he'd always recognize that I always said it. So the fact, Gary's been around since I've been announcing 06, probably maybe longer, I don't even know. His kids went to Whitney High School, but you cover Rockland and...
Yeah, I actually started with Rockland High School in 2004.
Yep.
Before that, my actual first winning shot action photo business started with Tri-City Little League a couple of years before that.
Yeah.
So then I started working with a lot of different youth leagues in the area.
Right.
But yeah, my kids went to Whitney here and been here since school.
Yeah, so you do this is your business, but you also have a regular job.
Yeah, I have a day job.
Right.
Yeah, so I luckily can come out here and shoot sports in the afternoon or the evening.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a great part-time business that I have.
Well, and I'll tell you, there's nothing like, you know, a lot of times you don't have time to coach or be a part of it. And what this allows us, you and I, because we're always around the field. So you're always able to go anywhere on the field and see amazing sports and help support these kids. Which is really what it's about. And then you're making these amazing memories for these kids that they can come, go on the website, check it out, and get these pictures. And everybody, if you look around on social media, you're going to see Gary's pictures.
Oh, yeah.
They're all over
There
the place.
was, yeah, and I'll see parents like at the grocery store and they'll say, oh, we have your pictures up on our wall of our
Yeah.
kids. And there was one time, but it's been about 10 years, where I did kind of an inventory to see how many photos were purchased here in Rockland over the years, and it's bigger than the population of Rockland. So
Oh my goodness! Wow,
I think
that's
most,
pretty cool.
if a kid has played youth sports in Rockland in the past, 15, 20 years, there's a good chance I got a picture of it.
Absolutely. So let's talk about what was your first camera? What got you started?
First, the camera that got me started was a Nikon D100.
Okay, there we go.
I believe it might have been a 1 megapixel camera, and it was the first digital camera that was fairly decent quality.
Right.
So ever since then, I've been upgrading through the Nikon line all the way up to where I am today.
Fantastic. So what got you driven to do it? What made you want to be that photographer?
The funny thing is that I was like the video dad for my wife's soccer team.
Yep.
For our kids, and we had another dad that was the photo dad. This would probably be back around 2000 or even a few years before. He went away because his kid went off the team, and so then I had to start taking photos to combine with the video, and I started enjoying the photos much more than the videos. So I kind of got a passion for photography, for sports photography at that point, and that's what kind of got me interested in it. Yeah.
That's amazing. So you put thousands of hours into it, because a lot of people think you just take a picture and then boom, there you go, there's the photo.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more to photography than that, right?
Yeah, the editing for me takes probably 1 to 2 times the time than the actual event. So
Right.
if it's a 2-hour football game, it's 4 hours to go through and edit all the photos.
Right. Absolutely. And you should see what he's producing.
Well,
there's a reason why.
If you go on Max Preps and you're in the Placer northern section up here, SFL League, Sac Joaquin sections, this is the man that takes all those pictures, or at least 90% of them.
Max Preps has been awesome because it allows me to attend basically any high school event in the area. So, you know, I'm not just shooting Whitney, I'm going to see the other teams. And the thing about Max Preps too is that they have a they're pretty strict about the photos that they let people upload. So it was a good experience to have some good critique on my stuff early on.
Nice.
So that kind of trained me to pay more attention to the editing.
Nice. Now, how long would you say with working with Max Preps did it take you for them to finally say, all right, Gary, you're just phenomenal like we all know he is.
That's right.
And go, all right, we like your content. And what did you have to go through with them? I know they put you through scrutiny.
When I started with Max Preps in 2004, I remember my first game was the Grand Bay High School football game in 2004. And in those days, the camera technology was not as good. So shooting night football without a flash was really difficult. And so I got a lot of, you know, good quality criticism of my work back in the day. And but over the years, the equipment's gotten so much better. But you know, when you had to learn with the older equipment, then it sort of trains you to you know, do as best you can, take advantage of the new equipment.
All right, big question. Camera or lens? It's like a this or that.
Lens.
Yeah. Lens. Okay, so that's a huge one. Because I actually had that question posed to me. Definitely wanted to ask you because it's light that's allowed into the lens and certain things that happen,
the lens
right?
is definitely the most important
Right.
factor. The sensors have gotten so good over the years. There's not a huge differentiation, I would say, compared to when you're looking at camera lenses. I mean, a decent professional lens for sport, for football, can be, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000.
Right.
The good thing though is when you invest in lenses, they hold their value over the years. So it's, you know, you can sell your stuff. You know, but a camera body is going to lose a lot of its value after a couple of years.
Got it.
Definitely, lens is the most important thing for good quality pictures.
That's actually great information.
Yeah.
What is the favorite game that you ever shot? It doesn't even have to be the greatest game. It could be like you just had a great game of shooting.
Oh gosh, there's been so many.
Right? You've been at playoff games, you've been in all sports.
Well, I've been to a few interesting and fun games, especially when I get the opportunity to shoot section championships or even state championships. I remember I went down with Rockland when they played against Servite back in 2007. I think it might have been. It was that year when Rockland played state championship with football, and then they played state championship in basketball. But just going down and seeing the Rockland team play for a state championship during that season, I don't know if you remember, but that was kind of but the most interesting game would have been when they beat Grant over at Folsom High School. It was actually a semifinal game.
Yeah.
Nobody thought Rockland could beat, had a chance against Grant, who won the state championship the year before. And they won that game and then went down to state championship after they beat Del. Whitney, though, been here since day one. I photographed their very first athletic event, which was a soccer game.
Wow. Okay.
And I've seen these teams over the years grow, start from almost nothing, and then you can see all the banners up here now.
Yeah.
They've really come a long way now. They're playing in the SFL, most competitive league, and so just seeing how Whitney's progressed over the years has been really, really satisfying.
And when they open a new school, it's just freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, my
And
daughter
they
was
kinda
here
come up
in the
like
first
that.
year
Yeah.
as a sophomore, so she played JV sports, and again, first time putting teams together and just starting off as JV, and then they play varsity when they don't have any seniors on the team. In that second year when they only have up to junior level, they're still playing varsity, so that's a tough competition.
Absolutely. Have you felt like, okay, I'm going to just say it. There's a new thing that happens at games for Gary that I love. The student section now goes out and starts going, "We love Gary. We love Gary." And I just wanted to point that out because he is a staple.
Yes.
At events, and he really, the kids love him, and they trust him, and they know that he's out there, and it's for these kids. And that's why we interview people like you, because you're the type of people that take care of other people, and you never put the spotlight on yourself. You're behind the lens. So the first time we're getting the camera on you, because we want to honor and cherish that. That's what we're about. So we want to thank you for allowing us to interview you, and just share the fact that you are a staple here. You're loved, and what you make is amazing. You just take care of the people.
Well, thank you for saying that. And yeah, it's a pretty, important thing for me, and I've been able to do it for decades, basically.
Yeah.
And our kids came up through this system, and we've been in Rockland for, over 30 years, about 30 years now. And just, it's just very satisfying.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm so glad I got to interview you. What up with Rob and Chris? Thanks for checking it out.
Thank you,
Subscribe,
Gary,
like, comment, share.
And go visit the Winning Shot.
And go visit the Winning Shot. You're going to see all the links are in there.
Oh, yeah.
On the show down below. In the description, you're going to find out how to find Gary.
Down there.
See him at the games. Say hi to Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Start the chant. We should have a chant going non-stop. Kickoff shouldn't start without the I love Gary.
Amen.
Right? I think that's the way it should be. So thanks everybody for watching with Chris and Rob and Gary, the Winning Shot. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you. Bye.
You guys have a good one.